Hey guys, it's me Ashley, and this week on Keeping Up with Directioners is Liam Week. So in honor of Liam's birthday, I'm going to be making Batman cupcakes because we know Liam loves Batman. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven, and I preheated mine to 350 because that's what the instructions on my cake mix box said. So what you will need is some white icing, some cupcake mix or your favorite recipe, some frosting, some food coloring, some stencils, a knife, and a rolling pin. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is just make your cake mix. So that's like putting the eggs and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I think everyone knows how to follow instructions on a cake mix box. So once my batter was done, I just lined my mold with some cupcake liners. And yeah, I decided to go with yellow because it kind of fit with the theme. And then once I was done with that, I started filling the cupcake liners with the batter, and I like to use 2 spoons just to help guide it and not make it so messy, but it's kind of hard to not get messy. That's just the fun of baking. Next, you want to start with your fondant. So you take your white fondant and make sure you use a lot of flour because fondant can get sticky. So just put some flour on your surface and on your hands and later on your rolling pin. And then once you've done that, you're going to want to take your yellow food coloring and then just put some on your white fondant. And what you want to do is kind of fold the fondant, and I'm going to show you how I did that, and just keep on like squishing it until it gets to the right color. And you might need to add some yellow food coloring until you get the color you want, and your hands will get messy, so you can use gloves. As you can see, it took a while to get the right color. But once I was done with that, I was going to roll out my fondant, and you can make it as thin as you want, but not too thin and not too thick because we will be using our stencils to cut it out. So just roll it and make sure you put a lot of flour on your surface and on your rolling pin to avoid sticking. As you can see, it got kind of hard to roll it out. So then you do the same thing with the black. So you just take your black food coloring and try to dye your white fondant. Sorry, my hands kind of got cut off. But then you're gonna use your flour to help roll it out, and then you take your bat stencil and you try and stencil that out. The problem with using flour and black is that, as you can see, the flour gets on the black, but after you can just take like a tissue and that will easily come off, and you can just brush it off. So just cut out all your little bat stencils, and then you're done with your fondant. So the last step is to get your frosting ready. I just took some black food coloring and dyed my frosting black. And then I put it in a Ziploc bag so that I could pipe it on nicely on my cupcake. And if you're not good at that, don't worry, you can just like scoop frosting on. And then I piped it on as nicely as I could. And then once you're done piping it, you're just going to take your 2 fondant things that you made and put it on. If the bat is not sticking, just add some water. And so that's it. You are now done. As you can see, not all of them are perfect.